Hey guys, what's up? Right now I'm going to show you guys how to do the trick Strip It Out. I posted that last night, and it's a pretty easy trick. I'm not sure if it's original. It could be, but I'm most likely thinking it's been done before because a lot of people like use this certain type of deck. But I just did different little changes to it. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys how to do the trick and also how to make this deck at home without having to spend like 10-20 bucks or whatever, how much it is. So yeah, let me show you guys. So for this trick, you need a regular deck of playing cards. Well, I shouldn't say regular deck because it's not a regular deck, it's actually a stripper deck. And if you don't know, a stripper deck, let's see, a stripper deck has one end of the card narrower than the other end of the card. So if you put it in if you put the card in backwards, it would just slide out a lot easier because part of the card would be sticking out. And you can buy a stripper deck in a magic shop or card website or whatever, and it'll be quite a bit of money. So I have these little things right here, and this is what you need to make a stripper deck at home without having to spend any money. What I did was I just got this B deck of playing cards that were used in the Silver Legacy Resort, and they are probably the best cards of my worst cards. So if you actually understand this, of all the bad cards that I have, these are the best ones that actually still slide, because all the ones are like, they really stick together. So you want to have a deck of cards that slides a little bit, so it slides somewhat well. But if you don't want to waste a brand new pair of cards by making the stripper deck, because I tried it making a stripper deck with another deck of playing cards before, and it didn't quite work, and so I had to redo it with this one. So if you want, use an old deck of playing cards that you're not afraid to mess up, and use those. And basically what you do is you can get a nail file, or what I used, a big block of sandpaper. And just what you need to do is get the card, get one side, so either this part or this part, and just sand it. But use the coarse part of the nail file or use coarse sandpaper, because you want this to go somewhat fast. And if you're impatient like me, doing one card at a time would take way too long. So what I did is just took half the deck, put it up against my stomach like that, so that way it kept the card straight, and just rub it like that. You can kind of go like that, I guess, but it's a lot easier if you just do that, because that sands it down a lot more. So then you just do that until what I did was, after I did the first half of the deck, just sanding it like this, I took one of the cards, put it in reverse ways, and see if I could peel it out. And once I did, I knew that was good, and then I went on to the other half of the deck. And I just did that until all the cards worked like a regular stripper deck. So yeah, just get a coarse piece of sandpaper or a coarse nail file, and just hold the deck tight and just rub the sandpaper or nail file sideways across the deck or the cards, just like that, and do that until it is filed down. And that's how to make a stripper deck. Now for the trick is pretty easy. All you have to do is just say, okay, so I have a normal deck of cards here, or whatever. Say I want you to point to any one of these cards. So let's say they point to this one, and make sure that you say point to it, because otherwise they'll just take it out, and that could ruin the trick. So say, okay, point to a card, that one, and then this is important. Alright, you have to swivel it out. So don't just take it out and then put it back in, because that won't do anything. Because when you swivel it out, say the Queen of Spades, and then you put it back in, it's reversed. So the wider ends of the card are going to be sticking out from the narrow side of the deck. So that's like pretty much the easiest way to explain the trick. So just say, okay, I want you to point to a card. That one, okay. Swivel it out. It's the 3 of spades. Then what you do is you put it back in the middle. Show them that it's in the middle, or somewhat in the middle. Show them that you have no breaks, and just square it up. Because you don't need any breaks, because you can just peel it out whenever you want. And say, okay, I have no breaks at all. And then what you do is you just give some overhand shuffles, just to make sure you don't get any of the cards spun around, so that way multiple cards would peel out. Just give some overhand shuffles, and if you want, you can give it a riffle shuffle, but you have to be careful, because you don't want to riffle shuffle and have half the cards turned around. So what you do is just take half the cards like this, and then just put them right here and shuffle. Because what that's doing is that you're just taking the cards like this, and then you're riffling them together, and they're putting back the way they were. So that's what you do for the shuffle. Then if you want, you can throw in a little story, say, oh, this deck, I've used this deck so much that I've got a special connection with it, that I'm able to take out any card that you want, that you chose, or anything like that, something like that. Make up the story, and then what you do is you say, okay, watch. Then you just rub your fingers along the edges, and naturally their card will come peeling out, because your fingers will lock onto that card, because it is the only one that's sticking out from the deck. Then you can say, you probably think, oh, he forced it somehow, but then you say, okay, here, let me do it again, and then you make it more challenging. Pick 2 cards this time. So select 1 card and 2 cards. Swivel them out. Make sure you do that. It's the 8 and the 2 of spades, or diamonds. Okay, so you can put 1 in right there and 1 in right there. Doesn't matter where. Say, okay, they're right there. Then you, if you want, you can put it on the deck and say, okay, now you square it up. So the way they square it up, and then you can give it another overhand shuffle. And if the spectator knows how to do an overhand shuffle correctly, you can say, sure, you can shuffle the deck. But I would be careful with that, because they might end up messing up the trick by having cards turned around. So I would say just you do the shuffles, just to make sure that it doesn't mess up the trick. So just give some overhand shuffles, and then give a quick riffle shuffle if you like, making sure that you don't reverse any of the cards, and then say, watch, I wasn't lying before, I can do it again. And then, oh crap, see, my cards aren't the best. There we go, the 2 and the 8 of diamonds. Some other cards started to come out anyway. See, that card ended up spinning around, or did it? I don't know. Okay, no, it didn't. I'm just weird. But yeah, you want to make sure that your cards are all the same way, because otherwise some other cards will start to come out and it can ruin your trick. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, that was Strip It Out, and also how to make a stripper deck. I hope you guys enjoyed, and tell me what you guys think down below. And yeah, that's all for me. See you guys next time.